So something that happens a lot in fan bases is they want legacy picks, right? Because you guys remember Duron Carter? It's like, oh, it's Chris Carter's son. Obviously, he's got to come here. Duron Carter. He's terrible, and now he's playing defensive back in the CFL. Yeah, he really is. And also the local angle, right? Just trying to dig through, sift, find the next Adam Thielen, C.J. Ham, Marcus Sherrills, come on down. So every time there's a Gopher or a local smaller school kid, it's like, well, you got to bring him aboard, right? But this does not apply to Antoine Winfield Jr., where, yes, he is the son of Vikings legend Antoine Winfield Sr. Also, he is a Gopher. Cool. Skyuma. Don't really care how it's pronounced. Ski your mom. There you go. Ski your mom's face. That's right. Antoine Winfield Jr. could be named Herbie Bartkowski from Eastern Bum F State University from not here, and he would still be seen as a ball-hawking, versatile defensive back, heat-seeking missile with high day two aspirations, maybe even back into day one. I don't really know. So just set that aside. I mean, forget who his dad is. Forget who his alma mater is. Don't really care. I mean, Antoine Winfield Jr., respect him. He is an amazing prospect in his own right. So let's talk about him a little bit more in depth today. So background, 5'9", 203 from the Woodlands High School in Texas. Originally played for Eden Prairie for a while, but then went back down to Texas. Yeah, whatever. Was a 3-star recruit, 2016 class by then coach Tracy Clays. Nice little get for him. And because of injuries, 2017, 2018 limited him to 4 games per season. He's technically a redshirt sophomore, despite being 21 years old, and he turns 22 in August. So, yeah. But a true freshman year, 2016, made an impact right away. Started 10 games, and then the aforementioned injuries just sort of piled up. So we're concerned that's like, okay, here's a nice story. A legacy guy, is this going to work out? Who really knows? I mean, also technically, he does still have 2 more years of eligibility left. So. But came in 2019 and just whacked it. Led the Gophers in tackling as a redshirt sophomore with 88. Also had 3 sacks. Put up a school record 7 picks, which is nice to see, as well as an 88.1 PFF grade. Also saved his best for the biggest games. In the big Penn State win for the Gophers this year, Winfield was just amazing. Had 11 tackles, 2 picks in that game, including the game sealer as well. First team All Big Ten. Big Ten Defensive Back of the Year in a conference that included Jeff Okudah. Pretty damn amazing, right? As well as unanimous first team All-American stud, Gopher legend, etc. There you go. So, looking forward to the NFL. What's going to hold him back in the eyes of some teams is his size. 5'9", 203, shortish arms. So he's not going to be that free safety that sits back there and goes toe to toe with the 6'4" wide receiver in the jump ball situations. That's fine. Combine wise, 40. Solid. Actually, it looks like he does play faster than his time, which is 4.45, but again, it's fine. Jumps were average, so he's not going to be a plus athlete, right? So that is why that he's falling behind guys like Grant Delpit and Xavier McKinney of Alabama, even a guy who's rising up lately like Jeremy Chin, and also Ashton Davis of his medicals check out the safety from Cal. And also the fact that Antoine Winfield Jr. had those injuries those 2 years, as well as basically as a one-year wonder, because of 2019. Now, it was a hell of a year. Don't get us wrong. But also, his physical style. Will it hold up long term? He already has injury issues, is a smaller guy to begin with. So is this the beginning of a Bob Sanders type story? Good. Bob Sanders, by the way, was a bad mamma jamma back in the day. Bob Sanders was freaking legit. But anyways. But, stylistically, we said separated him from his dad, but it really is inseparable from his dad. He's feisty, physical, and just a instinctual knack for the game. Reads quarterbacks well, reads and jumps routes, as well as route concepts. Brings the wood every single time, like in run support. Never going to be an issue with Winfield Jr., just like it was with Winfield Sr. And also, you can see him on the field in coverage, just hopping the landmarks, then making plays. He fully understands it. It's almost like he grew up with a very high-end defensive back father. So ever since he could walk, he was already backpedaling and getting into coverage. It's almost like that. It's pretty amazing. So the question is, now where does he play? Right. So, of course, he could play traditional free safety. That's where he spent the bulk of his time with the Gophers. Certainly play down in the box, strong safety, do that up, as well as he could play slot corner. I played 85 of the 791 defensive snaps there in 2019, as well as he can play outside corner in certain packages. I wouldn't make it an every down I wouldn't make it an every down thing, but certain matchups, tight ends, running backs, out wide, sure, perfect. I think he's a versatile kid. We've been calling him Diet Honey Badger. little bit hyperbolic, but also I don't think that's too far off. I think that he's a guy that could come in, base package. He's your starting free safety. You can move him around and put him down the box, put him in the slot, put him outside in sub packages. And that versatility, those instincts, that ball hawking nature that he brings, it's just amazing. It really is. So I love him. And not just because his dad is who his dad is, and not just because he's a Gopher, a local product, hashtag one of us. We always love stories like that. I just love him because he's a great prospect, and you should too. Again, scout the helmet, not the birth certificate or the college diploma. Yeah, don't do that. So the question is, where does he go? I mean, like we've been saying for a while, anyone that the Vikings pick at 22, 25 will sort of seem like a reach, unless some top-tier talent falls, just because there's going to be so many very talented players that go between 20 and 60, right? So where's Antoine Winfield going to go? Does he seem like a reach at 25? Yeah, to a degree, but is he going to fall to 58? I highly doubt it. So in between 25, 58. So the Vikings will have to ask themselves if they really do want Antoine Winfield, if they want to bring that versatility to the secondary. Are they going to reach at 25? Do they trade down, try and get a pick early on in the second round? I think that would be best. Or do they stand pat in the first round, make their picks, other positions, other BPAs, whatever, and then in the second round, try to move up from 58 if they see that Antoine Winfield is still falling there in the 30s, in the 40s. Go up and go get him. I think that's what it may take, but overall, just a very solid, phenomenal player. I think he would bring a lot to the Vikings table this year. So one time. But your thoughts? Antoine Winfield Jr., he's his own man, damn it. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. If you want to support the work, pull us up on the Venmo. Plus give us a follow on social media as well. Until next time. Skol, production value.